As part of an upcoming Genesis Cloud release, they are updating the look of the system with a new navigation experience. After the update, Genesis Cloud will look different after logging in. However, all the functions will remain the same, and they will just look different than the current layout. I will do a short demonstration of the new setup and the features you need to know as an agent. After the update, you will still be brought to your main activity page. In here, you will still be able to see your overview, your scorecards, your leaderboards, and your schedules. There is now a new label global menu on the left-hand side. You will see an icon for menu at the top. When you click on this, it will bring you up new menu options on the left-hand side. Some of these options will be named differently than before. The menu will be available across the entirety of the application, and you don't need to go back to the admin page to look for something else. When you click on a category, it will bring you up a sublist of categories available. When you select a category, you can then use the arrows to go back to the main categories if you need. So if I click into Workspace here as an example, you will see that there is a subcategory called Park Conversations. When I click on this, it will bring me to my Parked Conversations list, but it will also give me an option to return to the main menu. And when you return to the main menu, it'll just give you a list of the categories available to select. There's also an option to close out with the menu entirely. If you click on the X button at the top, it will close the menu. You'll have full access of the screen and will also still continue to have your little menu icon on the top if you do need to go in and search for anything else. One function that has been greatly improved is the search icon. In here, most people used to type for just the people and their external contacts. Now you can search for tabs and features in Genesis. For example, if you're not sure where to find your parked emails, you can enter the word parked. It'll then bring you up the option here for the parked conversations. And a little handy feature is above this, it'll show you which menu that the Parked Conversations is under, just in case you did want to go to it through the main menu. If you click on the option for Parked Conversations, this will then bring you to the Parked Conversation screen that we saw previously. As an agent, you'll find that most of your functionalities have moved from the left sidebar to the top right-hand corner. Over here, you can now see your avatar. In the top right-hand corner, you can change your status here. And you can also set up your preferences for notifications and volumes. You can also click on your name and it will bring you to your profile. Beside the on-queue icon is the Agent Workspace icon. This will give you the options to make a call on behalf of a queue, send an email on behalf of a queue, or send a message on behalf of a queue. This is also where your interactions will come in, but we can go through that in a little bit of time. Beside this is the inbox. This will be similar to the one that was already on the left-hand side of the page. Beside this is the chat icon. So this will be your internal chat. Again, this used to be on the left-hand side. So this will bring up all your groups and your colleagues here. Unfortunately, this is a testing environment, so it's not loading for me at the moment. And then the next icon you'll see is the icon for calls. So this will be for your non-ACD calls. You can use the dial pad here, or you can then use the plus icon, which will bring you to the dial pad. This is the same as previously as well, it's just in a different location. Now, going back to Workspace. What I will do is I will go on queue and I will receive an email interaction. This will alert you as normal. And it will show up similar to the multi-contextual panels that you already have. I will close these down for just a moment. So in the email itself, you'll have the option up here for size, and you can make this large, extra large, and small. And then if you want to add in your multi-contextual panels, you'll see your script is here. Your canned responses are here. and your wrap-up codes are here. So you can also do this with the size of the contextual panels. You can increase and decrease the size as requested. I'm just going to disconnect this interaction, and as you'll see, it's exactly the same as before. The call interactions will be very similar to they were before as well. So I will go on queue again. I will see that there is a call interaction coming through. I will answer as normal. Just going to mute this for testing purposes. And you'll see that your script and your call interaction are here. And then you will again have your multi-contextual panels over here. Again, as with the email, you will also be able to make the call windows smaller or larger. And again, the functionality is the same. You will be able to end the call as normal and select your wrap-up codes. There is also another option up the top here to collapse your interaction screen. And when you do that, there's also another option to close out of it completely. So that is how you would minimize your interactions. And up the top, you'll notice that there is still a little icon to say 1, and that will just show you that you have one interaction that is currently in progress. The last section we'll go through is your workspace and interactions. So in the menu, if you go down to Analytics and go to Analytics Workspace, and this will bring you to the Workspace landing page. This will be exactly the same as before. You'll have the options under My Performance, as usual, for example, My Queue Activity and My Interactions. And when you click into one of these, it's going to open as it usually does. There will still be the option at the top to add more tabs, and you will still be able to function with these tabs as usual. For example, close all the tabs. So this gives a short summary of the new navigation experience in Genesys Cloud. If you have any questions on this, please feel free to email our support team at support@digitalwell.com. Thank you.